Hello this and welcome back to my channel icons. Today's video we'll be going over why people collect dolls and if it's like an addiction. Is it like we're hoarders? Are we crazy people? And we may be all of them or we may be none of them. So yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna talk about today, and I'm just gonna showcase my doll collection during this video. So yeah, it's pretty much just a voiceover talking about doll collecting. So if you're interested, then stay around. Okay, let's start off by talking about why people collect. Some people can collect to reduce stress. They collect because they actually love what they're collecting, whether it's dolls, in my case, rocks, crystals. Some people collect action figures, whatever, whatever you're collecting. People do it as a stress relief. Some people do it just to have something to do, so they're not just like, hanging around bored all the time. Finding a visible method of stress reduction that works for you is vital for both your mental and physical health, and collecting is a great form of stress reduction. Many collectors report that spending time with their collections leaves them feeling relaxed, less stressed, and better able to unwind. And that is a quote from His and Hers magazine. So yeah, do what you want with that information. If we're talking about, well, now we're going to go on to the topic of hoarding, because some people can get collectors confused with hoarding. Some people say collectors are just organized hoarders. But if you think about it, hoarding is like mostly a like mental disorder that when people are like collecting things just to have them, or they think they're going to need them in the future. And it could be like very dangerous to their health, because most people who hoard are usually hoarders of trash. And we all seen like the Hoarder show, where it's like they can't even walk through their home. There's like feces everywhere. It's just like really bad. And they collect things that are worthless and like useless. And in the case of a doll collector, most doll collectors, some actually resell their collections. Some people keep them forever. But usually doll collections are actually worth something. So that could be like the difference between hoarding and collecting, but not necessarily, because you can kind of hoard dolls in a way if you think about it. But yeah, tell me you guys' thoughts on hoarding and like being a doll collector, if they're like one and the same. I don't think they're the same at all, but we could talk about it. Also, when a collector loses their position of being organized, it can become a hoarding problem, because at that point you're just collecting and gathering things without like the intention of like actually being happy with your collection. Does that make sense? Like, some people just collect to collect instead of actually collecting for a reason, which you don't need a reason, but then it becomes borderline like hoarding if you think about it, because you're just collecting to collect and you're not collecting because you actually want to. Also, there's like this article saying that the difference between collecting and hoarding is that collectors tend to more like showcasing their collections or whatever they collect, while hoarders lose their capacity to show things in a shorted way and end up obstructing on I'm like reading this, original use of living areas in their home. Oh, ordinary use of living areas in their home. So like they basically can't move around. Like I was saying earlier, the show Hoarders, where they literally can't walk through their home because they just have so much stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much like, that's how you kind of differentiate hoarding and collecting. So yeah. Now going on to the topic of, is collecting an addiction? There are many theories about why we are addicted to collecting items, but one of the most popular is the fact that it stems from our childhood. Expert Dr. Rebecca Spellman, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right, believes that our fascination with collecting stems from childhood, when we were given toys or other comfort items. At this period of the development, we learned that it was possible to have emotional attachment to like realistic items or objects. Although items may not be expensive, they offer comfort and pleasure in their own right, and we become attached to the collection. There is also a sense of completion, which is satisfying if you know you have each item in a series of a collection, like dog collectors and collecting series. Another popular reason that people decide to collect items is for financial gain. They can stand to receive when selling the collection. There are a large amount of collectibles from the past that can attract a huge figure when sold today. I wouldn't recommend investing in Playline dolls because they're usually bought up a lot, meaning they're not going to be sought after later. Like Monster High, they were bought up a lot. And the reason they were now being like scalped a lot is because of the nostalgia from the brand. But that means they're not rare because most people bought them up. So they're not going to be like extremely expensive, like those super rare action figures or maybe dolls that came out years ago that no one bought and now people want them. Yet those are going to be hard to find and like really expensive. So that could also differentiate a hoarder and a collector, because some collectors, hold on, let me not say most, some collectors buy dolls to invest. So overall, I don't believe doll collecting is an addiction unless you make it one. So yeah, that's that topic for today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts on this topic, be sure to leave them in the comments below and we can have a discussion. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you in my next YouTube video. Bye!